Good morning, everybody. Welcome to God Knows. Today we'll be testing out the Chemical Guys Honeydew Snow Foam Auto Wash and the MATCC Snow Foam Lance. Stay tuned. This is my car. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. We're going to start out by rinsing her down real good and getting all the big debris off. Make sure you get all the little nook and crannies. I like to use this little pressure washer. It doesn't have that much pressure, but it's a lot more pressure than your typical water hose. This being a black car, I don't like to touch it a lot. If you rub dirt around on it, you're gonna scratch the clear coat on it, and it's gonna look worse than what it actually is. All right, so you're supposed to add 1 to 2 ounces of your snow foam to this foam cannon, and then fill it with water, and then you use it and applicate it to your vehicle. So right now we're going to use the pressure washer. We're going to let it fill it up, and we're going to spray the vehicle. We'll see how it does. All right, it took a minute for me to figure out how to use the cannon, but right now it's working really well. I did make a mistake. I'm going to show you later on in the vehicle. I should have added more water to the foam cannon. I only had just a little bit of water in there, and it didn't work as well with this vehicle, but I used it on my wife's car, and it worked pretty well once I added a little bit of water to it. But it works pretty good. As you can see, I just applied it twice to both sides, and as it sits there and runs off, it's taking all the little dirt and debris particles with it. So just make sure you get all nooks and crannies in the roof, and just cover it with foam and let it just roll off. I love the way it does. It's no touch. It was probably the simplest car wash I've ever done. This is a big vehicle, and it's usually pretty tough to wash it by hand. And I don't like taking it to a car wash because I'm afraid I'm going to scratch it. Right now it's running off, and now I'm going to rinse her down. This takes a little bit because the foam keeps just running and running and running. But rinse her off, and you've just washed your vehicle pretty well without ever touching it. This one doesn't turn out quite as well as I'd like to. Probably partly because I didn't have the foam cannon right. And this vehicle was really dirty. It was almost gray. It was so covered in salt from all the snow and whatnot we've had over the last few weeks. But after I get it rinsed off real good, I'm going to show you guys. As you can see, it looks pretty good. If you look real close, you can see a little bit of haze in a couple places. That's what I was talking about earlier. Other than that, I'm pretty pleased. It got every bit of dirt and debris off the vehicle without ever touching it. I'm going to show another video here. I'll link it to this one where I use this wash and wax. Well, here's my wife's vehicle. It's pretty dirty too. It doesn't show it as much because it's gray, but we're going to try out the snow foam from the Chemical Guys on it. I'm gonna rinse it off real good like I did with the last vehicle, getting all the dirt and debris off. But labor intensive, this stuff is awesome. Hardly no work, you just walk around with your pressure washer. And this is just a little electric pressure washer that I purchased from Lowe's. Um, I am using a spin tip on it, but it hardly any pressure. It's not going to damage your vehicle at all. Making sure I'm getting it really good, getting all the heavy dirt and debris off of the vehicle. While we got a minute, I want to remind you guys to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. I post at least once a week, sometimes more. Um, for every 1,000 subscribers, I will be donating $100 to one of the veterans organizations listed in the description. And if you too would like to donate to one of the veterans organizations, there's links below. Feel free. Please don't forget about our veterans. Just because we're not actively fighting wars right now and you don't hear about it in the news, we have fought several in the last decade, and we have a lot of veterans that need your assistance. Right, gonna get the foam cannon here and add some water to it. You see, I filled it about halfway. I believe you can fill it all the way up if you wanted to do a couple vehicles. Get it set right, and this time it's going to cover the vehicle completely. Man, that looks good. Looks like white snow just running off of it. That looks so good. I wish I would have done it the first time on the Yukon. And that's pretty much it. I've just covered the vehicle in the snow foam, and now we're going to let it run off for a minute. I'm spraying off the mats right now while it's running off. As you watch the frames, you can see the foam just sliding off. Now I'm gonna give it a little help with my pressure washer and rinse it off good. This is probably the best product I've ever used for not touching my vehicle when it has dirt all over it. Whenever you use a sponge or a rag or whatever you're going to use, or a brush to clean your vehicle, there's little dirt and debris particles on that sponge, rag, or brush, and that scratches the clear coat of your vehicle every time you do it and wears it down, and that's why it starts to fade and not look so good. So I'm really happy with this Chemical Guys snow foam and that foam cannon I purchased. If you'd like to find the items that I show in this video, please go down to the description. I'll list everything there with links on where you can find them. But the Chemical Guys Snow Foam and the MTCC foam cannon, I definitely recommend. This stuff works really good. I'm going to show you some after videos here in a minute of both vehicles after they've been dried. But yeah, it takes a minute you got to go over the vehicle a couple times with the pressure washer to rinse all that foam off. But once you do, I mean, it looks really good. I'm very pleased. It does much better than like your touchless car washes where they come around and just spray, because they never get the whole car. So doing it at home yourself, if you got the time and you want to save a buck, definitely recommend this Chemical Guys Snow Foam. Just about got it all rinsed. See how good that car looks? Much better than it did a few short minutes ago. I sped up these videos a little bit so you didn't have to sit here and watch them, but not a tremendous amount. It really didn't take very long to watch both of them. So if you had them both sitting there and you weren't trying to record, you could probably do both vehicles in under 20 minutes. Super simple and easy to use. Like I said, I was very impressed. There you go. That's the after. Look how good that looks. I did shine the tires up after I used it, but wow, that car looks pretty good, darn good. And I never had to touch it with a rag or a brush or anything. Pretty good. This is my Yukon. Now this one I did use a wash and wax as you dry on it, because it had a little bit of haze on it. It's super simple to use. I'm gonna make another video for that and show you. It'll be linked to it, this video. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. If you'd like to see more of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll be posting at least once a week, sometimes more. But thanks for watching this episode of God Knows.